So here we are standing in what was the first courthouse in CASTLEMAiNE. We'll also be exploring some of the other buildings around CASTLEMAiNE, such as the 4X beer bond store, the couple of hotels, the Hospital and Benevolent Society, as well as a failed steam mill. So join us as we explore more of CASTLEMAiNE. I'm here with Ruby and we're going to explore some more interesting architecture of CASTLEMAiNE, which I didn't include in the first video, CASTLEMAiNE. So this area was known as the Gold Commissioners' Camp, and this was the centre of government and commercial business for the first 5 years in the Mount Alexander goldfields. At the same time, a new town was surveyed where the main centre of CASTLEMAiNE is today. And Ruby sees another playmate. I'm here with Ruby and we're standing at one of the first buildings that was erected during the Gold Rush era. So this building behind me, you can see, was built in 1851 and it commenced as the police office. In 1852, it changed over to become the courthouse, the Supreme Courthouse. It has now been repurposed for the CASTLEMAiNE Historical Society.
I'm standing in front of a heritage listed tree, a tree of significance. The tree is adjacent to the courthouse, the original courthouse in CASTLEMAiNE, built around the 1850s. Now this is the town of CASTLEMAiNE before it was actually surveyed to become the town of CASTLEMAiNE. So pretty old and historic area. This prisoner tree was effectively used as an overflow of the log jail adjacent to the courthouse. This was all, of course, prior to the building of the CASTLEMAiNE jail that we're about to visit very soon.
Behind me is the military house. It was built in 1854 and it was occupied also by Captain Blythe, as well as the police magistrates. As you can see here, much of it has been preserved and looks like they're doing some work on it, so hopefully they will restore it. And as it is quite significant to what was the Commissioners' Camp in CASTLEMAiNE. I'm at James R. Coy's cottage. He was a Chinese government interpreter. He was dismissed after a dubious trial on conviction of fraud. James lived here up until the 1950s. Behind me is Broadworks, which was built in 1854. This was once the home of Robert O'Hara Burke when he was Sergeant of the Police here prior to his ill-fated expedition, the Burke and Wills expedition. Well, I'm at the CASTLEMAiNE steam flour mill. and it was built in 1856 to 1857 and built by the architect Thomas Shepherd. The ambitious campaign of this flour mill failed miserably, and in 1859 it was purchased by the Sandhurst Rail Company as a foundry. The mill was eventually used as a Cobb & Co. depot and then by the CASTLEMAiNE brewery. Today it still stands but waits for its next chapter. At the CASTLEMAiNE jail, and it was built in 1861. It was built to house offenders from the goldfields and nearby towns. It housed all manner of criminals, including debtors and lunatics, and 10 men were hanged within its walls. That would have been a very sad tale. In the later years, it housed mostly short-term offenders. Prisoners were originally chained to trees or carcerated in vermin-infested lockups in the Commissioner's Government Camp Reserve. This eventually brought to commencement of the jail, being built in 1861. It looks much like a medieval fortress with its turrets and spiral watchtowers, the heavily barred windows in the massive sandstone walls. The jail was closed in 1990. Prisoners were moved to the new HM Prison Loddon in CASTLEMAiNE. Today it has been used for various small businesses. This time it is closed and awaits its new outcome. I'm going to swing my GoPro around and show some spectacular views of CASTLEMAiNE. It's a really good advantage point to get an overall view of the town. I'm at the hospital and what was the Benevolent Asylum, which was built in 1860. Much of this building is hidden under new masonry and a massive structure of reinforced concrete. Benevolent asylums were places for people that could not support themselves. They were usually aged, infirm, disabled, or destitute. In the rural areas, they were also associated with hospitals. Today, it still operates as the Mount Alexander Hospital. I'm at the Bridge Hotel, which dates back to 1860, when it was first constructed as a grocery store. It was licensed in 1866 as a hotel. In circa 1913, this building's facade and parapet suggests redevelopment or remodeling. Today, it still operates as a hotel and offers live entertainment. Behind me, this little building was once a bakery. The building itself was built in 1860, and Walter Wilson ran it as a bakery up until 1900, and that's when it ceased. Today, it remains a private residence. I've walked past this building on many occasions and thought it was originally a hotel, and my guess was right. Unfortunately, they've removed the verandas, and the pits where they used to drop the kegs in are still there. It serviced the area between 1866 and 1924, and then the Licensing Reduction Board closed it down. Today, it remains a private residence. I'm standing in front of what was once the Powder Magazine. It was built in 1856, and this is basically where they stored all their gunpowder and ammunition for the use in mines. And next door is a gorgeous little sandstone cottage, which was the caretaker's cottage, and that was built in 1866. Carrier's Arms Hotel was built in 1890. It served as a hotel until 1968. There are also historic stables in the back, which were built in the 1860s.
Peter here. I'm with Ruby and we are in front of the Bond store. Now this is a very iconic building in CASTLEMAiNE because it was the original site of the CASTLEMAiNE brewery, and that brewery was founded in 1857. Now I became familiar with this building back in the late 1980s and held a fascination for it then, but I'll come back to that little story shortly. The brewery was founded in 1857 by brothers Edward and Nicholas Fitzgerald. Well, that would tell you that they were Irishmen, and the Irish didn't mind their ale. I understand it was a pretty good brew, but in 1887 the brewery was relocated to Brisbane, still maintaining the name of CASTLEMAiNE. However, where did the four X's come from? Well, it's my understanding that the X's indicated the strength of the ale. So if it was a pale ale, it may have been a 1X. But if it was going to be a full strength bitter or stout, it was going to be the 4X. So the name subsequently became CASTLEMAiNE 4X. The Bond store is all that remains of what was this great brewery. Oh, and what is now on the site is actually an antique store, and that antique store has been around for many, many years, probably the early 80s. And the thing is, they've got this sign here which says closing down sale. We've been coming here for many, many years, and it's been closing down for many, many years. Okay, one day they may close.
Well, that comes to an end of our tour of CASTLEMAiNE, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing all these older buildings. Some a little bit more obscure than others, a bit harder to find, but nevertheless they form an earlier part of CASTLEMAiNE as well. So that's all from me, folks, and I'll catch up with you on a future adventure. Thanks for coming along with us. Bye for now.